Hello, this is Dan Finn, Senior Risk Management Consultant with Berkeley Industrial Comp, based here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about distracted driving and the hazards associated with distracted driving and fatigue driving. As you know, distracted driving is on the news a lot these days. And one thing we want to talk about is what is distracted driving? Well, there's three different main classifications of distracted driving. Visual, which is taking your eyes off the road. Manual, which is taking your hands off the wheel. And also cognitive, which is taking your mind off the task of driving. The CDC has various statistics that prove that there's 9 deaths every day and over 1,100 injuries every day due to distracted driving. And distracted driving is caused by a variety of activities. Reaching for an object, using music controls, talking with your passengers, reading and or writing, eating, drinking, or smoking while driving, grooming, makeup, things of that nature. There's also pets can be a big distraction in the vehicle. A loose pet sitting on one's lap, you see that a lot in the miles that I drive and a lot of other people drive. And or children are a distraction, say maybe not particularly for work, but on a personal time. You may have children in the vehicle that aren't strapped in, carrying on or not behaving. Again, all these are sources of distracted driving to the operator of the vehicle. Some preventive measures that can be taken to eliminate distracted driving when you're in a vehicle would be to make all your adjustments prior to leaving the workplace or for your shift. Adjust your seat, your mirrors, make sure your radio controls are all set, presets, as well as perhaps any other pedal or steering wheel column adjustments that can be made. You don't want to be making these adjustments while you're operating a vehicle or driving. If your employer or you as the employer have slip seat assignments to vehicles of drivers, make sure that the driver who is assigned that vehicle for the day, or if it's new to them, that they have the opportunity to adjust those seats and mirrors prior to them leaving for their shift or for the day. Again, that gives them an incentive to do so in a safer manner than on the road or in the dark, maybe roadside or at a fueling station of something of that sort. Distracted driving, also operating a cell phone and or texting on an iPad or a phone of what have you, any of those electronic devices, operating a GPS and other controls on the dash, such as here, can contribute majorly to distracted driving. Again, while you're driving, you know, the normal reaction time is 1.5 seconds to something that is observed. Now, on a cell phone, reaction time, and studies have proven that it takes up to 3.5 seconds. If you're on a cell phone, you're distracted that much. And if you're texting, the reaction time can be 4.5 seconds. So if you're traveling at 65 miles per hour, it will take up to 30 yards to come to a stop. Or if you're texting, that's 65 miles per hour, it could be over 100 yards, the distance of a football field to stop. So as you can see, it increases your stopping distance at least twofold when you're distracted and something happens and you need to make an adjustment to your driving speed or to avoid an incident. So here are some tips to avoid distracted driving. Certainly, pre-plan your trip. Use GPS while you're stopped. Set the addresses in present time and at the address location. Adjust all your seats and any mirrors prior to leaving for the shift or for the day. And or if something happens or they become loose, make sure that your maintenance folks are aware of that so mirrors can be tightened so once they're adjusted they will not change, especially the outside reverse mirrors. Again, driver fatigue. Fatigue is a major portion of distracted driving. And we have a poster available here at the ramp team on our risk management center like this, and it outlines a lot of items for avoiding fatigue driving. Some things are, get plenty of good rest prior to your shift or your trip. Take frequent breaks. Drink lots of water and eat healthy snacks or food. Keep your mind engaged, conversation, talk radio, things of that nature. And don't rely on caffeine to stay awake while you're driving. That can be dangerous as well. Again, a micro nap caused by fatigue driving, if you've been up for more than 10 hours or 12 hours and you're driving, can take up to 4 to 5 seconds. And imagine the amount of time that travel you can cover in that 4 to 5 seconds. I mentioned earlier, that's over 100 yards, if not longer, maybe 200 yards going at 65 or 75 miles an hour. That's a long span of space. Other items to be concerned about in distracted driving could be medications. Medication, again, is prescribed medications can cause drowsiness, so make sure you read the warning labels and speak to your doctor about any activities that you should or should not do, and certainly become familiar with the dosage that you have and make your own cognitive decision if driving is or is not something you should be doing while on a particular temporary medication, or if it's a long-term medication, you may want to seek some type of other formulary or activity. And one thing I want to mention too with the fatigue is, with fatigue driving, and if you're drowsy, drowsiness can be have the same reaction time delay as being an intoxicated driver. We're not going to get into intoxicated driving at this point in time, but again, fatigue driving or drowsy driving can be just as dangerous as an intoxicated driver or a prescription medicated driver. Again, so make sure that your time spent driving and preparing in fatigue is you're alert and cognitive while you're driving. All these items can contribute to a safer driving experience. And again, keep in mind that the visual, manual, and cognitive types of distractions all need to be considered before you hit the road. Hope you liked the video. And once again, you can check us out on LinkedIn, Twitter, our webpage, or on YouTube. Until next time, drive safely and have a great day. Bye-bye.